What's up, everybody? If somebody gets on, let me know if you can hear and see me, please. Nobody on yet to know that I asked for that, but you should be soon. Now, some folks starting to roll in. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me okay, please? If you can see the screen. Well, not the screen, but see my face. Tomislav says, howdy. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in quite some time. That's likely my fault, but you know. Says, yep, can hear and see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Brad says the volume is on. Good. Mubashir says everything is fine. Always good to hear that. Julius says, yeah, good. Alex says, I can see Yaz. Carl Yastrzemski, Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer. I slay me. EH says, aye, Captain. Thank you, EH. Albert says, hey, Chris, loud and clear. Awesome. Changed my camera setup a little bit recently, and I think it's better, personally. It frames me a little better, and I'm not like looking off to the side like I had been in previous angles. So we'll see how it goes. Chris, what's up, Chris? Good to see you. Here you can see just fine. Tomislav says he's in bed sick. Damn COVID. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope you get better. I don't personally. Not sure what you don't do, but okay. I must have missed something there. So I didn't really have an agenda today, but like I said last week, I want to start doing these at least once a week to keep up with everybody, you know, and we may do them more often. Camera setup, missed it, bad timing. Oh, I just mean in previous web or live streams, it was like over here, so you were kind of looking at the side of my head. So now I'm trying to like look at the camera, although I have to look down to look at the questions. But I think this is better in the long run. Debauchous says hard eyes emoji. All right. The Round World says, hi, Chris. Hey, the Round World. Hope you're doing well. You guys have anything you want to talk about or any questions or anything like that, let me know, and we will cover it. I was going to try to say something profound there, but I didn't. Yeah, bring up the different sites too so I can kind of maintain or manage or see what's going on. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Periscope for the one person that watches me on Periscope. Which one is better for an SEO expert, either freelancer job or on-site job? Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on you. Some people need the structure of a day job. You know, they need to come in at 8, take lunch at 12, leave at 5, take the weekends off, that sort of thing. Nothing wrong with that. Some people need the freedom to work in the middle of the night or with their laptop on the beach or in a hotel or at poolside or whatever, or at home or in an office like I'm doing by myself. It really just depends on you. You kind of have to know yourself and how you're going to be, as the kids say, able to live your best life. So I prefer freelancing or working for myself as opposed to working at a job, but that's not for everybody. EH says, I need a Legiit t-shirt. Well, you can just hit up, I think it's shop.legiit.com and buy all sorts of Legiit merch. I actually need to get some updated ones, and I just haven't yet because I'm a creature of habit and I like these because they're comfortable. But I need to get some new ones with the updated logo because we still got the 2020 or 2019 logo on it. I have a friend here locally that makes mine for me. He doesn't have the resources to do them at scale, but I wish he did because he makes really, really good quality ones as opposed to some of the print-on-demand sites that I've used. So it's about 1:05. We're going to give away a free month of Superstar SEO Academy in just a little bit. So that'll be fun. I find that people show up more for free stuff than they actually do for me. And I try not to take that personally. Puneet says, how to start learning SEO. So what you need to do is decide how you want to make money with SEO, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's freelance marketplace services, whether it's clients, whether it's e-commerce. I feel like I'm forgetting something, lead gen, whatever it is you want to do. Figure out which monetization model you want to do. Then go out and learn the particulars of that, learn the basics and the fundamentals of SEO. Buy a site that you can set up and test what you learn from free resources like YouTube and blogs and things like that. And then when you get to a point where you can't get any, when you need some help, you ask in a free group. If you get to a point where you need more help, then you can take on some paid training. That's kind of the process. If you go to SEO101.training, I have a very, very basic intro to SEO. That's a good place for you to start, I think. I'll drop that in the chat. Yes, I still have to look at the keyboard when I type. Alexis says, hello, everyone. Hello, Alexis. Always a pleasure, my friend. Jim says, what up, everyone? What's up, Jim? Amit says, I show up almost always. I bought audit from AppSumo. Well, thank you. Thank you. That promotion has gone well. I'm probably going to wind it down here soon, but it's gone fairly well. It's gone fairly well. I'll leave it at that. EH says, fine. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you, EH. Julius says, how important is off-page SEO compared with on-page SEO percentage? I don't know how to put a number on it. Both are important. There are going to be people that tell you that you don't need to do any off-site SEO, meaning links and things of that nature. They're wrong. There are times when you can get away with just doing content. So I don't know. If I had to put I look at SEO as one thing, and those are just different ways of getting there. So I don't know, 50-50. Chris says, hey, Jim, how's it going? Good, good, good. I'm answering on behalf of Jim there. Learn English with Speeches says, hello, sir. How are you? I'm doing good. Learn English with Speeches. How are you? MD, what's up, buddy? The guy who rocks the Legiit t-shirt almost as good as I do says, hi, Chris. What's going on, my friend? Well, Basher says, is there any advantage to SEO certificates for getting sales? I don't know. I doubt it. I can't. I'll put it this way. I would not be interested in working with a client that wanted to see my certificate. And I don't even know what certificates there are other than the Google ones, but I've never had anyone ask for one. And I don't know anybody that would say that you need one. So probably not that useful, but I lost my train of thought. But I guess there could be good content in learning them. But as far as the certificate for getting a sale, probably not that useful. Dubashis says, want to know about your SEO journey? What's your tips to start the journey? So I have this on my website. I'll bring it up. But basically, in 2013, I was in a mountain of credit card debt. And I knew that I was never going to be able to make enough to get out of it at the job that I was at. So I started looking for ways to make money online. I didn't really get anywhere, but I read an old blog post from a guy that used to run a wrestling website that I used to read, who had gotten into something called affiliate marketing. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I think I could do that. So I started learning that a little bit on my own. Didn't get too far on my own. Then I bought a course called Bring the Fresh, which was $67, which to me at the time was a lot of money to part with. But I bought that and I ranked my first site #1. The site still exists. It doesn't rank for anything anymore, but it was Get Rid of Cable. It was to sell like Roku's and Amazon Prime and things like that. And it did very well for me. Then it got obliterated by I want to say it was 2014 Google Penguin update. And from there, I did one thing after the other. I did a couple clients and things like that. Then I started doing marketplace SEO services, and that's when everything kind of snowballed for me and kind of took off into bigger clients and training and the community and everything I have today, Legiit. So that's kind of the long and short of it. Well, that's the short of it, not really the long of it. I'm going to give you a post I wrote a few years ago. It's a couple years out of date now, but it kind of walks you through my journey, and it has some sweet affiliate links built into it because I am a marketer after all. But here we go. Drop that in the chat for wherever you're watching. MD says, hi, Chris. What's up? What's up, MD? Good to see you, my friend. Alan, what's going on, Alan? Always a pleasure. Says, several years ago, Becker's videos were actually the first SEO videos I looked at. Then over to your academy. Highly recommend. Thank you. Thank you. Becker was actually very instrumental in my early success as well. He's moved on to other things now, but yeah, nothing bad to say about him. The Brown superstar? I'm going to take that as a compliment. Do I look brown? Or are you talking about somebody else? All righty. Make sure I didn't miss any questions anywhere else. While you're watching, guys, if you could click like the heart or the like or the thumbs up or whatever you got there, I'd really appreciate that. It helps people see it, and it gives me a dopamine hit. So that's nice. Oh, well, Noyan just said something really nice on Facebook about me. So I appreciate that, Noyan. Somebody just called me Booze. I think he meant boss. All right. Let me see what we got here. Georgie just sent me a message, and it's kind of a running gag of ours, but he says, for fuck's sake, I'm not Batman. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever seen Georgie and Batman in the same place? And if he weren't Batman, would he, if he were Batman, wouldn't he say he weren't? I'm just saying. Well, Batcher asks, very curious about your monthly income from your Legiit account. Is there no problem to share? I don't have it broken down like that, but I will show you my earnings page. Let me see. Just got to get this set up a little bit. Share. Here's the screen. So I think you guys can see that. That is, maybe just take Mubashir off camera. That is my Legiit earnings page. So, and it's actually more than that because well, there's some stuff in beta. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, $843,000. And I think right now we're making about 40,000 in sales a month, give or take. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure, but I think that's about right. I could be way off, but I'm pretty sure it's about right. I'm not as meticulous with my books as I should be, but that's my my Legiit earnings. That's live right there in my account. So take that for what you will. Lots of potential is basically what I'm saying there. So Shakawat says superstar and superstar haircut. Thanks. This is actually like 3 weeks of growth. It's I don't mean to make light of any experience anybody's had, but one lesson I took away from the lockdowns and stuff that have happened over the last year is that During the first one, my hair got really, really long. So now you never know when they're going to put us under house arrest again. So I get a really short haircut in case I can't get one for a while. What is the best way to build niche relevant backlinks? I mean, it depends on what kind, but the best links will be from outreach from people in your target niche. But you can also do PBNs as well. And then you can do other types like Web 2.0s and things like that. But you have to theme those, and they don't have that much power. So it would need a more specific type of link that you're trying to do. But I would say guest outreach is probably the easiest. Or not the easiest, but the best. Debashist says, it's really great to hear from you about your journey. Best of luck. Well, thank you. And I have no doubt you'll have the similar kind of success. You're a hard worker. What is the maximum number of high quality IDATF backlinks a site should aim for in a month? It's just, I know you're going to hate this answer, but it really just depends. You know, if it's a local plumber site, it's not going to take near as many as a national e-com site. It just depends on the keyword, the situation, things like that. So if you can give me a more specific example, I'd be happy to try to answer that a little better. But that's so broad, it's hard to say, you know, X number of links for Y result. Mobasher says that's very impressive. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I purposely sell on Legiit because, for one, I don't have to take a salary that way. And so I can put everything Legiit makes back into Legiit. And also to kind of lead by example. When people tell me that you can't sell or they can't make any orders, I'm like, I can show you how to do it. Also, when they tell me, you need an app to make sales, I'll make more sales. I was like, I've made $5 million in freelance marketplaces, and I've never once used an app. So I do that to set an example and remove complaints. Matt says, Andrew? I feel like that was a post that got cut off. EH says, does Facebook use SEO? Do you mean to rank their pages in Google, or do you mean like internally on their own search engine? I don't think so, because it's so personalized to each person, but you can rank a Facebook page in Google if that's what you mean. I guess you're going to have to be a little more specific, I guess. What can Facebook do for SEO? Facebook SEO do for business? Again, do you mean to rank a Facebook page in Google, or what do you mean by Facebook SEO? I don't really understand that question. You can clarify that for me. I'll try to answer it for you. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some water. We've been here for about 20 minutes. At about the 30-minute mark, we will give away a free month of Superstar SEO Academy. All right. Let's take a moment and share this on Instagram as well. Sucks. That's interesting. All right. I'm so bad at Instagram. Everybody say, what's up, Instagram? Hey, Instagram, we are live here on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Periscope. So come join us so you can be one of the cool kids. I would do it on Instagram, but it's a pain in the butt to hold up my phone. So there you go. Shared. All right. Dalsenia, I apologize if I got that wrong, says, hi, Chris. How are you? I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? Alan says, how do you change the login link for a WordPress site away from there's a plugin. As a matter of fact, I got an email about this today. I'll tell you the name of the plugin if you give me just a second here. Oh, come on. It's taking forever to load for some reason. There we go. It is called WPS Hide Login. That's a plugin that will do that. And there's probably ways to do that through development as well, you know. Daniel says, for a local site without GMB, can you build some citations with a fictitious address? Sure. Yeah, I've done that before. Those are nice links, you know. And if you can get them indexed, it's one more thing you can rank in SERPs. But yeah, you can do that. It's probably against their terms of service, but you know, it's Yelp, you know, fuck them. Not to put too blunt of a point on it, but I can't stand them. So Chris says, what's up? Or skip them. Yeah, you can do them. I mean, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on them. I wouldn't build like hundreds of them, but I would do the main ones, you know, Yelp and drawing a blank, Foursquare, YP, those ones, you know, but that's about it. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a ton out of it, but it's more branded properties that you are creating, you know. Julius says, what dates does Google do its dance so I know when to check PageRank? If you mean the Google dance, it's not a date thing. It's relevant to the individual keyword and site and things like that. So and rank, and I assume by PageRank you mean the rank of your keyword and not PageRank, the Google factor. And that changes from day to day. I would just get in the habit of looking once a week, or you're going to start making bad decisions if you look every day. So Prakaz says, what's up, Chris? What's up, Prakaz? Good to see you. Well, OWW 12 Pro Max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I grabbed one of those not long ago, new iPhone. Scott, what's up, Scott? It says, evening legend, mask login plugin. Oh, that must be for Alan's question from before. Yeah. Dalsenia says, best place to find or buy expired domains for PBN. I will show you the service that I use. This guy's actually a member of Team Legiit as well. And I'll show you where to get in. So this is who I use, and I'll drop the link to his services here. I think that I guess it just depends on what you're looking for, but you can use this one. You can use some of these country specific ones or these bargain ones as well. And then this one as well. So he does a great job. He works on the team as well. So take care. He'll take care of you. Maruf says, I want to know about social signals and how is it important? Social signals help justify actions. So if you build like some heavy links and there's no social signals going to them, they're not going to look as natural. Or if you update your site or launch a new site, what you're doing is signaling to Google that, hey, something's going on over here that you should pay attention to. That's what social signals do. Craig says, whoa, early stream. Hey, Chris and chat. Yeah, I've got meetings at 3 and at 5, and I haven't eaten yet today. So that's the reason it's a little earlier than usual. Also, I've been up since about 4 a.m. So it's like evening for me. Daniel says, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Prakaz says, should going after backlinks better than working on the solid content for Shopify? You know, I don't have that much experience with e-commerce SEO. If Jeff happens to jump on, I'll ask him to answer it for you, but I don't have enough experience to tell you. I know that you need to optimize the pages, and I know that it will give you an advantage because most e-commerce stores are thin on content, but at the same time, you don't want just content for the sake of content. You know, you don't want people on the page too long. So I don't want to steer you wrong, and that's not something I have a lot of expertise at, unfortunately. And I'm not going to. Well, you got an angry man over here in the Legiit Facebook group. He says, "Fuck you," and tags Legiit Sri Lanka. Then he said, "Motherfucker." And now he's saying Belair. I don't know what Belair translates to, but apparently I've done something to upset SK Rajan. So we're going to show him the door. It's very frustrating that you try to do things right by people, and sometimes some folks still get upset with you. He's even sent me a friend request, and he joined 8 months ago, but apparently I've done something wrong by him. So he's probably whatever. Anyhow, moving right along. Alex says, I have a site that ranks well nationally, high DA and great content. However, I'll rank by a site with little content, but the site name is exact match keyword. Would that be why? If so, how do I crush them? I mean, without more information, I can't say for sure, but it sounds like that could be part of it. It's probably age. I would also not look at the DA, but look at the links coming in and the content and things like that. But it's hard to say without specifics, but I mean, the EMD definitely helps and is probably part of it. So, but just do good as far as how to beat them. Just do good SEO, like keep adding good content and quality links, and eventually you'll move up. It may be hard to take a number one from an EMD that already has a number one, though. Now, let's see. That's me. Chris says, if you could please put in order which is the best social platform to use, Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, it depends on you and what you mean by the best. My preference is Facebook and then YouTube. I mean, Instagram and Twitter both have their spot. I'm not a big fan of LinkedIn, even though this is being broadcast on LinkedIn right now, because I don't think they control their environment enough, and the spam is just absolutely out of control. So that's kind of my answer. But if you can tell me like for what purpose specifically, I can give you a better answer, Matt says, for on page, should we submit each blog article in Sitemap or just main blog page? Well, your sitemap, if you're on WordPress anyway, your sitemap should be updating dynamically. So when you add a new blog post, it should update to the sitemap. So you probably shouldn't have to manually do that, How expensive would it be to build a complete affiliate site hands off on Legiit? It's funny that you ask that. I'm going to show you something that we're working on Legiit, and it's almost ready, actually. I mean, it is kind of ready. I just want it to get prettied up a little bit, but and again, of course, the answer is it depends. Oh, come on. It was affiliate. One moment here while I show you this cool new thing that we're doing. Where is it? All right. Share screen. And this isn't 100% ready for the public yet, but we're building out pages like this specifically for things like that, with handpicked services that will help, affiliate marketers, podcasters, YouTubers, things like that. As far as how much, I guess it depends on the competition and if you're doing the website yourself, the content, the links, I know must get frustrating getting the same. It just depends, but it really does just depend. But you can check out this page. These are some things. And if anybody has any suggestions for types of services they need for affiliate marketing that I could add to this page, let me know. But we're going to be building out a whole bunch of these, and you're going to start seeing ads for them once we get it sexied up just a little bit more. And I'll drop that in the chat for you. So how much? It just depends. I'm sorry, I can't give you a better answer than that, but I would rather give you an I don't know answer than a bullshit answer, you know? I'm cussing like a sailor today. I apologize. Ish. Not that upset about it. LinkedIn user says, I cleaned up a hack site recently and it's all good. Google Search Console shows 5K indexed / non-indexed pages in coverage. Site only has around 20 actual pages. Would you just try to encourage Google Search Console to remove from coverage, or would you wait for? It depends. If it's hurting your ranking at all, I would try to encourage them. If not, then I would just leave them. Eventually, they'll fall out. But even trying to encourage them may not work because they don't listen. Just trying to find a nice way. I'm trying to swear a little bit less, you know. MD says, can you please tell me some detail about your DFY SEO service? Basically, it'd just be a monthly package where I use my SEO process and let you buy it and light label it for your clients. I'll be putting that back live tomorrow. I've had some staffing issues over the last few months that required me to take it offline, but I'm about ready to rock with it again. So it's not cheap though, if that's what you're thinking, that's what you're looking for. But yeah. Whew. NMR 20067 says somebody woke up in the wrong side of the bed. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just part of show business, and I don't let it get to me, but at the same time, you know, you try to be a good person, but some people get mad at you no matter what you do. Ranjana says, for ranking, what does matter more than who is ranking on top, or write like 2,000 word and create backlink and after how much days keyword rank if it's new domain with country extension? I think the question there is going to be another, it depends. I don't totally follow your question, so you can clarify for me if you want, but it sounds like you're asking, if you do these things, how long will it take to rank? And it just depends on the competition and the difficulty and things like that, you know? What do you do to increase the map pack area for a GMB further from the local to the business? I've not had a lot of success with that, to be honest. Like, I can get them ranked fairly well, but I don't know. I've seen hacks with like cell phones and things like that, but I just don't know. I'm not saying I don't know, but I haven't found something that works consistently enough to be able to say do this or do that. It's just a matter of proximity signals, but I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry. Dalsania says, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm just going to call you Dal if that's okay. Thank you, Dal. Amit says, Chris, what do you think about content tools like Phrase, Surfer, Pop, or Market Muse? I think Audit is better than all of them because, you know, it's me. Of those, the only one I have a license to Phrase. I haven't used it. I haven't used Market Muse either. I'm not a fan of Page Optimizer Pro, and Surfer I like, but I think it's trying to do a little bit too much. But I'm good. I'm friends with the people over there. I'm on their. If you look on their homepage, I'm linked in one of the other pages. It's a good tool. It does a lot more than mine, but it's of the two, those are the ones I like. Surfer and of course Audit. Phrase, I bought it when it was on AppSumo, but I haven't used it that much because I have my own, you know. But overall, those are good tools, but don't let them become a crutch. You know, you still have to like take their output and see if it makes sense and, you know, test it and then tweak it. Don't just go treat them like a checklist, you know? Does that make sense? Matt says, should we distribute blog posts to other sites such as Web 2.0, PBNs, etc.? Is there a penalty for duplicate content? I wouldn't with PBNs, but you can put them on like your Medium or whatever, and there's no problem there. There's nothing wrong with doing it on your PBN either, but you're just asking to get caught by doing that. So I wouldn't post your blog post also on your PBNs, but I do with I post all of mine on Medium, you know, and there's another one I've been meaning to try and I can't think of the name of it right now, but Substack is another good one like that. So You can do it on those, and you can do it on your other Web 2.0s, your WordPress.com and so on, as long as it's your original content. But I wouldn't do it on your PBNs. Scott says, "Who's that sexy mother on the winning web design section?" Well, clearly you were talking about Shabazz, right? NMR 20067 says, "How important is technical SEO today, in your opinion? It seems to be the weakest area for a lot of SEOs. Is there too much focus on it by certain people? I don't think technical SEO alone will rank you." It's definitely more important than most people spend on it, but it's also not as important as Google tells you it is, because something like 90% of websites don't meet core web vitals, including most of mine. and so it's hard to say that's important when nobody's doing it. It's almost like Google hasn't been able to force people to do that yet. So it's important. But I agree with you. Technical alone is not enough. Julius says, "For your services on Legiit, which ones should I get first for a relaunch site? Is it social signals?" Yeah, I mean, I would need to know a little bit more, but that's definitely one thing. To start with, if you made some massive new changes and things like that, social signals are a great way, because it simulates you telling your friends and family and so on. Mubashir says, "I really like the idea of Legiit for not judging freelancers for response time and worth their work for more than $5. Yeah, thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong. You should respond quickly, and it does factor in a little bit into your seller score and things like that. But I always hated that on this other marketplace that will remain nameless, where like having the last message was a factor, because that makes no sense. Like, I would get into conversations where we would just keep going back and forth just so I had the last message. It's stupid." Matt says, "Thanks." Dylan says, "You were great." Well, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. Steven says, "What's your backlinking strategy for an existing site?" I mean, it depends on what they already have done and what they don't have done. But my overall strategy is, first month is where most of the work is done, right? You're going to do your social profiles, citations, foundation links. Forgetting something. Web 2.0s, and you're going to make branded ones around the site to create like this wall of authority and trust. And then the next month, you're going to do your domain authority stacks and press release to help create more branded and more power. And by then you should be, if you've done it well, and depending on the keyword and so on, of course, you should be on like page 3 or page 2. And then you can start in with the powerful links, the PBNs, the guest posts, and niche edits. And if you can get any of like Forbes or any of that stuff, then I guess those help too. So that's kind of the 30,000 foot overview of my process. And it doesn't really change much if it's an existing site, unless you already have some of that done. Obviously, you skip those steps. Scott says, "For affiliate, Amazon, would you recommend using a personal Amazon account, the one I use daily, or a secondary just for affiliate?" I don't think it matters. I think that your affiliate account is separate from your purchasing account. I don't think it matters. Excuse me one moment. We'll do our drawing here after I answer Shazad's question. Good turnout today. I'm going to assume it's because you're here for me and not for the free month, but who knows? Shazad says, "Hi, Chris. What's your recommendation for optimizing the service page on Legiit?" You're going to have to learn a little bit of sales copy, a little bit of visual design. Don't do, personal opinion, don't do the infographic sales page. I don't like those. But I would do, have engaging content that explains what problem your service solves for a potential buyer. Ubashir says, "Yes, I respect to the fast response, but why should I be deranked for not answering the message while I am sleeping? It's very bad on other marketplaces." Yeah, I didn't even realize they were that extreme. So yeah, I agree. Like, it's important to respond, but I think if you respond within 24 hours, that's more than reasonable. Paul says, "Laugh out loud." Hey, what's up, Paul? Always good to see you, my friend. Chris says, I've been asked to make up some social profiles and wondering which to use and which to leave. Oh, well, then I would do the heavy hitters. I would do, Facebook page, Facebook group. I would do Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok maybe. And that's probably about it. Those are like the main ones. Steven said he didn't even know there was a drawing. Well, that's good. I mean, it's not good, but I appreciate it. 100% here for you. I have the course already and it's super awesome. Well, thank you, Alex. Concerning Brand 2.0, do you see the value in to regularly update these? Jeff says that you should. There's no reason not to other than time, and they probably will stay live longer if you do it, but I don't see much SEO value in it other than keeping the 2.0 alive. Mubashir says your answers are worthy than 1 free month access to Academy. Well, thank you. Amit says one more question. Is it safe to build links using SEO Autopilot, RankerX, or Money Robot? Does it work? Thanks. I wouldn't do them to my money site. I would do them a few tiers out, but they can be good in that regard. And there are some people that absolutely swear by Money Robot in particular. I don't really use it. So yes, there are uses for it, but it's not like push button, get ranking like a lot of people seem to think it is, Chris says, awesome. Many thanks. Thank you, Chris. EH says, one day the people of my country who want to be a freelancer, they will say, let's join Legiit. Well, I hope that they already do. I don't know what country you're from, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's go ahead and do our drawing. We've got, well, let me bring up the randomizer. Let me show my screen. Yeah, Scott, you were talking about Ahmed here, right? All right, so hold on. Random number generator. All right, so we got 37 people on, so we want a number between 1 and 37, and we will start right now. Pick a. Well, that's not going to work. I'm sorry. We'll start in a few seconds, and then we'll do. Everyone, we'll open it up for a minute and have everyone pick a number that they like. Sorry, Chris, we're not ready to start yet. That was my bad. I want to start right on the minute, so we'll start in about 30 seconds. Mir, what's up, buddy? He says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing great, my friend. I hope you're doing well as well. Good turnout today. I appreciate you. All right, we will start in 20 seconds. And we'll see how many people we have on at that time. And we will pick a number. We'll go for a minute, and whoever gets closest without going over. Although you can go over if nobody gets it, but if there's one person below it, one person above it. We haven't started yet. I mean, but you can stick with those numbers. All right, and go. Pick a number between 1 and 38. And we'll go until 144. That's my cat's name, 44. So we're looking for a number between 1 and 38 for a free month of Superstar SEO Academy. Cameron, I'll get to your. It's going to get pushed out the screen. I'll get to your question as soon as the drawing is done. Got about 30 seconds remaining. Lots of guesses. All right. This is also good to get engagement going. So I'm not going to lie. There's a method to my madness. All right. We got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Maddie, you got yours in there in just the nick of time. So let's generate a number. 19. Looks like Daniel, or no, Mubashir and Daniel both got 19. So Mubashir got his first, but I will hook you both up with a free month. So just PM me on Facebook and we'll get you a free month of Superstar SEO Academy. Congratulations, Mubashir. Congratulations, Daniel. All right, stop sharing. And there was a question in there. Cameron says, talking about NLP, is it helpful to optimize for it? The way I assume you're talking about like in Surfer, what I usually do is go in and do all the main things and then add in some of the NLP suggestions when it makes sense. I find that some of them are just kind of redonk. Like it'll be like phone number or something, you know, but I add in when I can. If it's helpful, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot to convince me, but certainly not going to hurt as long as it makes sense. Lots of people saying congrats. Mubashir says win. James says congrats. Chris says 1 out. Mubashir says thanks. Daniel says thank you. Craig says congratulations. Maddie says congratulations. Amit says congratulations. Paul says congrats and thanks for doing this. Oh, I love doing these, Paul. Louise says congratulations. Hello, Louise. Chris says congratulations. All right. So let's keep this train going. Have you used Quora? If so, any improvements? A couple years ago. I'm not fond of it. It gives you a bunch of stuff that you don't really need to do. I think it costs too much as well. So, you know, nothing against them. That's just my opinion. Anything I say about any product ever is just my opinion, and no one should take it seriously. I'm saying that to protect myself, of course. But no, I think that it's really well made, but I think it just gives you more than you really need to do, you know? Oh. John, what's up, John? It says, Chris, what would be your strategy to rank a client site with all directory sites for the keyword? Foundation links, backlinks, social signals, PBNs. Client site with all directory sites for the keyword. You mean like the first page is all Yelp and Amazon or whatever? I would be happy about that because that means that those are just ranking because something has to rank. So yeah, just make a good page, make sure it's well optimized, and then I would just skip right to the heavy links. You probably won't even need a lot of them. Alex does the party face emoji. Maddie says congratulations. Doll says congratulations. Maddie says 2 hearts. Awesome. I love how supportive everybody in the Legiit community, except for that guy who was fucking me earlier. But I love how supportive most everybody is of everybody else. That really, Jim and I talk about that a lot, how much that means to us. So we're glad to have created that. Again, other than that one guy who I upset for some reason. Blog Cave, whose name I'm gonna give enough respect to not try to pronounce his name correctly. A voice whispered me to type 19, says, I wish I had listened. Good to be here. Good to see you, my friend. I have something for you later too, by the way. So I'll message you later on. Alexis says, congrats to the winners. Thank you, Alexis. Alan says, will Legiit at some point accept crypto as payment? It's not in the immediate plans. I don't know. I don't know how that would even work because, you know, like I need to pay bills and stuff too. You know, we have expenses and you can't buy a lot of stuff with crypto yet. So probably not soon, but maybe at some point. I don't know. I was thinking the other day, and there's no questions at the moment. Excuse me, about NFTs, which is like the rage right now. And I wonder if that's how the generation before me felt about video games and things, because I just do not get it. Like maybe this is me becoming the old guy that doesn't get like new stuff, but just do not get the appeal to that stuff at all. I barely understand what it is, and I just don't get it. So if anybody wants to explain that like I'm a first grader, I'd appreciate it, but you know. Thank you all for wishing. Paul says, a legit question. Do you need a business or some other tax forms, or can you just add personal PayPal for payments? I'm not a tax professional, so consult one of your own and, you know, look into the laws in your country and things like that. Again, just getting all that out there. That said, when you get paid through PayPal and through Payoneer, they send you a tax form, and at least in the United States, when I was doing this, that was good enough. Other countries, particularly EU countries, have ridiculous tax laws. So I don't know. I would ask an accountant or a tax attorney just to be sure, but I think it's probably enough. Helen says you can buy a Tesla. Yeah, I was expecting, because I do invest a little bit in Bitcoin just for the heck of it, you know. And I was looking at that announcement that Elon, who, by the way, is, in my opinion, the true influencer of the world. He recommends something and it crashes. But I was expecting it to skyrocket after he announced that, but it didn't really seem to. Brad says, any thoughts on getting .edu backlinks? I don't really, I think that they're kind of overrated, especially the ones where it's like a blog that they give their students and it's like harvard.edu/public/students/blog/post. I don't find those to do any good. If you can get one like where you where you donate something to a school and they actually build a link for you, like on your donors page, that might have a little bit of juice, but I don't know. I don't find them to be worth the trouble most of the time. Certainly not like those links packages you can buy with edu links. Because I remember back in the day buying, 200 of those, and they ended up being on blogs and stuff. And they're not going to do any harm. I just don't find that they have that much juice. Paul says, okay, I will. The only other thing I would say is don't let that stop you from getting started if you want to start selling, because you can just leave it in your Legiit account until you're ready to be paid. We have people that do that. And one of the reasons I leave money in there is, well, I probably shouldn't say that on a live stream, but let's just say it doesn't reflect on my P&L until I withdraw it. Brad says, thanks, Chris. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it. Still a good turnout today, although once the drawing was over, a lot of people dipped out. But, it's funny. I did that. I'm recently trying to clean up my Facebook friends list a little bit and made that post that I was going to do that. And it's one of the most engaged posts I've ever made. So it occurred to me that my Facebook friends list is being my Facebook friend is kind of like a McRib in that nobody cares about it until it's going away. So Paul says, smart idea. Thanks. Oh, no problem. I look forward to having you on there, by the way. Stiff. We got about 6 minutes left. So if you have any great session today, by the way, guys, I like it when I don't have to fill space very often because that's frustrating and I'm not that good at it. But if you have any more questions or anything I can help with or anything like that. So Paul says, I saw your message cleaning your Facebook friends, so I sent you a friend request. Awesome. I think I already accepted that. If not, I definitely will. I mainly do that. I mainly want to do that because there's a lot of people I do want to add, and I was at 5,000 for a long time. But also, I think I'll probably get better engagement if I clean up some of the people that never engage. So I felt really weird doing that because it felt kind of vain, but it was for a legitimate purpose. Najib says, hey, Chris, looking great. Well, thank you. I think I need to shave, but I'm starting to get a few grays in there. But, well, thank you. Blog Cave says, yes, seconding Najib. Well, thank you, gentlemen. You're going to give me a big head. Ellen says, scholarship links used to move the needle until Google started to discount those links to seats of higher discount those links to the seats of higher learning. Yeah, I remember when that was a popular technique, the scholarship technique. I don't think it works anymore. I never did it anyway, but Imamu says, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you too, my friend. Always a pleasure. You're very popular with our support team, by the way, Imamu. You're always very polite and very kind and ask good questions. So we appreciate that. We have some other people that are less fun to work with, but overall, most of them are respectful. But you're definitely one of the favorites. Paul says, with regards to social signals, can it be negative when there are too many signals compared to a niche, like a taxi company, which would not normally get too many social signals, if you understand what I mean? it won't be harmful, but it won't doing a few hundred versus doing 10,000 won't get you anything more. So it won't do any harm to do a lot of them, but it won't do any more good after a certain point either. So this is Mir. Says, saw someone a few days ago finding GMB CTA manipulation service. Is it a white hat technique and accepted in Legiit? I don't believe that white hat and black hat are real things. It's just a matter of what works and what doesn't. And, except for like hacking and illegal things like that. But yes, it's allowed on Legiit. I have there's one that I actually use that I'm enjoying. So yes, totally fine on Legiit. It's totally fine to use in general, despite what one guy in my group the other night raised all kinds of hell about. Let's see. You say which one I use? Yeah. Let me bring him up here. Plus, it gives me a chance to put Legiit on the screen again, which is always good for business. And the guy I've been using is Webido, something like that. Yeah, this one right here. Been happy with the results so far. So you can see I'm not full of Georgie. And I will, must not have affiliate. No, I'm not logged in. Shoo, let me log in and grab my affiliate link because I am a marketer after all. And drop that in the chat. All right, we got a few minutes left. Najib says, my New Year's resolution was to start learning SEO skills, but here I'm bad. Here I am feeling bad every time when I think I didn't start learning it. You know how you get over that? You just get out there and you do it. Just do a little bit a day, learn an hour a day here, a half hour a day there. The only way to stop feeling bad about not getting something done is to start getting something done. So that's, I'm not trying to be, tough love or anything. Just don't beat yourself up, just go do it. Watch a video here, go buy a site for $12 or whatever, and just get on it. The best time to start was 20 years ago. The second best time to start is right now. Paul says, thanks. Oh, my pleasure, Paul. If you have to choose one service that would be added to Legiit, what would you like to see? I want to see some more. And I can't say for sure what one would be, but I would love it if there were more non-SEO services and more like digital marketing agency stuff where like I could get like an email marketer, or there's a couple of Facebook ads people, but more of that, those funnel builders, that sort of thing. I'd love to be able to offer more stuff to marketing agencies. So that kind of thing. Glad you posted that. Saw you show it last week. Not sure what you're talking about, but glad to help. All right, guys, we got about a minute left. So any last minute things you'd like me to do? Is there any service ranking algorithm in Legiit? Yes. Scott says, was trying to remember what you said it was. Oh, you can always ask me. I'm always happy to recommend stuff on Legiit. Najib says, thanks. Thank you, Najib. Looking forward to seeing your progress. All right, fam. We've got just about a minute left. So any last minute things you'd like me to talk about? Or can we call it a day? Because I am getting kind of hungry. I'm not going to lie. The CTR. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can always message me. I'll get to you as soon as I can. And I try to get to people right away. I wish I had time to answer everybody that messages me. But I would end up just doing nothing but answering messages if that was the case. Woo! Chris trying to start stuff. DC by far. He says Marvel or DC. Love DC. I enjoy the Marvel movies, but overall, if I have to pick one, it's DC. Superman in particular. Boom. What if the site was built in 10 days? Still hit it with links or wait longer? I mean, once your on page is done and your technical is done, you can start with links. There's no time frame. Thanks for doing this. Also hungry. Oh, no problem. We'll do these at least once a week. I might get them up to 2 or 3. We'll see how it goes. Brad says, cheers, Chris. Thank you, Brad. Always a pleasure. Blog Cave says, I think we should have this often like last year. I'll try. I have more going on now than last year, but I'll try. It really is, it's good for community and good for business. So, and I just really enjoy hanging out with most of you guys, other than that guy that was fucking me earlier. Chris says Justice League, awesome movie. Yeah, it was. I tried to watch the Snyder Cut. I don't have 4 hours worth of patience anymore. But all right, folks, thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll do this again soon. I promise. It's been a blast. Those of you that won the free month, just PM me on Facebook, or you can email info@superstarseo.com, and we'll get your free month squared away. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I know that may come off as disingenuous, but I really do appreciate everything I've been able to do because of you guys. So don't ever think that doesn't mean a lot to me. And most importantly, figure out what you want out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. I'll see you again soon. Peace.